Shavukel, hush and listen, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon. For the pikes must be together at the rising of the moon. At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon. For the pikes must be together at the rising of the moon. And come tell me, Sean O'Farrell, where the gathering is to be. At the old spot by the river, quite well known to you and me. One more word for signal token, whistle out the marching tune. With your pike upon your shoulder at the rising of the moon. At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon. With your pike upon your shoulder at the rising of the moon. Out from many a mud-walled cabin, eyes were watching through the night. Many a manly heart was beating for the blessed morning light. Murmurs rang along the valley to the banshee's lonely croon. And 1,000 pikes were flashing by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. And 1,000 pikes were flashing by the rising of the moon. All along that singing river, that black mass of men was seen. High above their shining weapons flew their own beloved green. Death to every foe and traitor, whistle out the marching tune. And hurrah, me boys, for freedom, 'tis the rising of the moon. 'Tis the rising of the moon, 'tis the rising of the moon. And hurrah, me boys, for freedom, 'tis the rising of the moon.
In comes the captain's daughter, the captain of the O's, saying, brave united Irishmen, we'll ne'er again be foes. £1,000 I'll give to you, and fly from home with thee, and dress myself in man's attire, and fight for liberty. We are the boys of Wexford, who fought with heart and hand, to burst and twain the galling chain, and free our native land. I want no gold, my maiden fair, to fly from home with thee. Your smiling eyes shall be my prize, more dear than gold to me. I want no gold to nerve my arm, to do a true man's part. To free my native land, I'll give the red drops of my heart. We are the boys of Wexford, who fought with heart and hand, to burst and twain the galling chain, and free our native land. And when we left our cabins, boys, we left with right goodwill, to see our friends and neighbours who were at Vinegar Hill. A young man from our ranks, a cannon he let go, and slammed it into Lord Mountjoy, a tyrant he laid low. We are the boys of Wexford, who fought with heart and hand, to burst and twain the galling chain, and free our native land. And Ulart's name shall be their shame, the steel we ne'er did fear, and every man could do his part, like Ford and Shelmalier. And if for want of leaders
soldier and a famine refugee. From Monaghan's rich country, where the tyrant ruled by fear, he was forced to fly. If he stayed, he'd die. 'Twas in his 15th year. He had seen the young and old die off in the awful hunger years. He had witnessed destitution and watched his neighbours' tears. He took the youthful visions of a boyhood hopes and schemes, and he sailed away. He swore he'd seek revenge for Skibbereen. They would build the greatest monument to the Irish ever seen. On the wide and fertile prairie we remember Erin's Green, and many generations will honour Ireland's sons who fled from persecution and the dread of English guns. Yippee-tie-rai for the Tyrone, hurrah for John O'Neill. Nebraska will cherish him, his vision and his dream. With victory at Ridgeway, with the Fenian IRA, in a cause that's true in a grey and blue, war Erin's green that day. For Irishmen they were enslaved, indentured was their shame, replaced by men from Africa, from the warmer climate came. In a war to banish slavery, you knew their cause was right. Those African Americans, you led them in the fight. Old Glory's cry of freedom became your watchful cry, and you shared the dream of liberty, and for Lincoln's cause you die. And many a brave and noble deed was talked and it was sung. In Jefferson's plan, every Irishman would right all that was wrong. They would build the greatest monument to the Irish ever seen. On the wide and fertile prairie we'll remember Erin's Green, and many generations will honour Ireland's sons who fled from persecution and the dread of English guns. Yippee-tie-rai for the Tyrone, hurrah for John O'Neill. Nebraska will cherish him, his vision and his dream. With victory at Ridgeway, when the Fenian IRA, in a cause that's true and a grey and blue, for Erin's green that day. When the Civil War was over, 3 times you raised your sword. Many volunteered to fight for you, to see England's standard lord. You would take English America in the cause of Ireland free, and Britannia's power and glory they had fostered slavery. Where the Empire's flag and power was seen, you fought to take it down. Quebec and Manitoba had no love for England's crown. In Vermont woods you led your men, the Empire to lay low. In the hills of Minnesota and where Lake Erie flows, is in O'Neill, Nebraska, where you lie in deep repose. Every Irish heart remembers you, and your visions now arose. Every travelling man of freedom should salute your name and creed, for a generous man from a noble clan and all your friendly deeds. Yippee-tie-rai for the Tyrone, hurrah for John O'Neill. Nebraska will cherish him, his vision and his dream. With victory at Ridgeway, with the Fenian IRA, in a cause that's true and a grey and blue, for Erin's green that day.
The note of the trumpet is sounding loudly, the war cries rise on the gale. Fleetly the steed by Laswelly is bounding to join the thick squadrons on Seymour's green vale.
On every mountaineer, strangers to flight or fear, rush to the standard of dauntless red hue. Bonnet and yellow glass, throng from each mountain pass, onward for Erin O'Donnell. Princely O'Neill to our aid is advancing with many a chieftain and warrior clan. 1,000 proud steeds in his vanguard are prancing, with the borderers brave from the banks of the Bann. Many a heart shall quail under its coat of mail, deeply the merciless foeman shall rue. When on his ear shall ring, borne on the breeze's wing, Tyrcona's red war cry O'Donnell boo. Wildly o'er Desmond the war wolf is howling, fearless the eagle sweeps over the plain. The fox in the streets of the city is prowling, and all who would scare them are banished or slain. On with O'Donnell then, fight the old fight again. Sons of Tyrconnell are valiant and true. Make the proud Saxon feel Erin's avenging steel. Strike for your country, O'Donnell boo.
Macallogue, your face, your brooding, or the old disgrace that Black Fitzwilliam stormed her place and sent you to the Ferren. Grace said victory was sure, that soon the firebrand he'd secure, until he met at Glenmalure with Fiach McHugh O'Byrne. Curse and swear, Lord Kildare, Fiach will do what Fiach will dare. Now Fitzwilliam, have a care, for falling is your star low. Up with halberd, out with sword, on we go for by the Lord. Fiach McHugh has given the word, follow me up to Carlow. See the swords of Glenmalure go flashing o'er the English pale. See all the children of the Gael beneath O'Byrne's banner. Rooster of the fighting stock, would you let an English cock crow it upon an Irish rock? Fly up and teach him manners. Curse and swear, Lord Kildare, Fiach will do what Fiach will dare. Now Fitzwilliam, have a care, for falling is your star low. Up with halberd, out with sword, on we go for by the Lord. Fiach McHugh has given the word, follow me up to Carlow. From Tysagart to Glenmore there flows a stream of Saxon gore. Oh, great is Rory O'Gomore at sending the loons to Hades. White is sick and grey has fled, and now for Black Fitzwilliam's head we'll send it over dripping red to Queen Liza and her ladies. Curse and swear, Lord Kildare, Fiach will do what Fiach will dare. Now Fitzwilliam, have a care, for falling is your star low. Up with halberd, out with sword, on we go for by the Lord. Fiach McHugh has given the word, follow me up to Carlow. Curse and swear, Lord Kildare, Fiach will do what Fiach will dare. Now Fitzwilliam, have a care, for falling is your star low. Up with halberd, out with sword, on we go for by the Lord. Fiach McHugh has given the word, follow me up to Carlow.